can make more money. Yeah, absolutely. It's much lower? Yeah, exactly. Supply and demand? Yeah, buying up Chinese business infrastructures must be booming. Maybe. I don't know if it's going to happen. Why should we care about these Chinese bills when Americans can't pay their own bills? Well, what I'm saying is that, like, the effects of these tariffs will... I think that they will I think that they will negatively affect China more than they negatively affect us. Because they're the ones that are selling. Like, it will negatively affect the US, but I think that it will do it more to China. And doesn't mean you should do it, right? I mean, like, as I said, I really hope they resolve this. Because, like, I feel like this entire issue, I think it's just, it's a bullshit issue in a big way, right? Because you have, you know, we've got a good thing going here, right? Like, we've got a lot of, everything's going really well. Our economy is doing really well. China's economy is doing really well. Everything's fucking fine. So just stop stealing shit and make a few concessions and everything can move on. If that's unreasonable, then I feel like we need to have a conversation about this.
It's getting caught in the spiral, and in the end, we'll all collapse together. The impact is really huge, and some people probably haven't realized it yet. Whether it's the impact on their foreign trade or on our factories that don't deal with foreign trade, it's all very significant. On April 7th, a TikToker from Foshan visited a newly built factory district and recorded footage of the vacant and neglected factory buildings.
He said, "Look at these factories that were just built last year. Now I can't even find a single person. There are no cars or people on the road. Some of these factories are single-story and others have multiple floors."
It's like a fucking economic rapture. Really? Like, I mean, for this to happen that fast? Holy shit. They're committing actual slavery beyond their own Chinese workers. They pretty much run the entire bottom line of the cobalt pipeline, which is legit actual slavery. Yeah, and the thing is that, like, you know, we could moralize about how, like, and I hear a lot of people, in general, I think that the consensus is that slavery is kind of bad, right? But the main issue also is that if one group is using slavery and the other group isn't using slavery, well, you think about it in Schedule 1, for example. If I didn't have to pay the chemists and the botanists any money, I probably would have already bought the house at the docks. Really? You think about how much of an advantage that is, you don't have to pay people money. That's huge. I'd be way farther along.
The landlords spent nearly $1 billion to build these. Just a few years ago, these beautiful buildings were all leased out by middlemen. You had to wait in line to rent the factory space. But now, there isn't a single customer coming to view the space. The new factory buildings behind me haven't even been renovated yet because the landlords are afraid of spending money if no one rents them.
Do you think this could get a hand the CCP would go in to invade Taiwan to save face? I think that every country is, like, there's a lot of international trade that happens. So if they tried to do something militarily, I think that would damage their relations with other partners as well. Because, like, right now, they can probably still sell a lot of their products to other countries besides America. And it's not like they only export to America, although America is a big part of their exports. But if they're, like, embroiled in a war and, you know, they lose the, like, international support, and then other countries don't want to trade with them either, like, kind of like what's happened with Russia, this will be very bad for them. And so, like, I think ego only goes so far.
The manufacturing industry in decline, every industry is struggling.
He recalled that some Chinese companies moved to Southeast Asia to avoid the US-China trade war a few years ago. Now, this new wave of tariffs is a heavy blow to those companies because some countries have even higher tariffs than China.
See, yeah, because Trump knew this shit was going to happen. That's why he put the tariffs on the Penguin Islands, too. Is like, yeah, like if you tariff China, but you don't tariff the country right next to China, they're just going to move all the stuff over to that country and then just run it through that country instead of China. Fucking obviously. I mean, this isn't even like a 5 head idea. It's just like, yeah, of course they're going to do this. And why does Trump know that? Probably because he did it. He's probably done things that are very similar to that himself.
He questioned where these companies should go next: stay in Southeast Asia, move back to China, or ship to Africa.
Why do you support IP rights? Don't you think they're monopolized by giant corporations? I do think that IP rights are something that probably should be reevaluated, but I think that's something that we should choose to do ourselves rather than have that